I was first in this morning. I discovered a safe open.
Didn't touch anything, I hope, no?
Oh, come on. I prosecuted too many cases for you lot to risk smearing a nice set of dabs. No, I just picked up the telephone and called you.
Who locked up last night?
My chief clerk, Jack Nedley.
I'm always the last one to leave. I lock the safe, then the inner and outer doors.
I remember locking them all last night.
I'm absolutely certain.
No signs of forcible entry, Chief. Looks like he picked the locks.
Same with the safe, Mom. No jellies, no drills. He's listened to the tumblers and cracked the combination.
We're dealing with a craftsman. Old-timer by the sound of it. How much was missing?
That's the strangest part of all, Inspector. There was £19,000 in that safe.
Most of it money we were holding for clients, which we'll have to make good.
The thief only took 7, left 12,000 behind.
And abstemia's villain evidence there.
More likely he was disturbed, sir. Thought he heard someone coming or suddenly suspected a silent alarm
That's
system.
a sign of an old-timer. When in doubt, panic. There's always another day. Anything?
Have to eliminate all the legitimate prints first before I know.
Oh, God. Messy fingerprints all morning.
It's not so bad these days, sir.
Old-timer. Neat worker who knew his trade. Keys and combinations. Can't be many of those left.
Cabs?
Oh, I don't think so. Not for a minute, not with this fella, but we're trying.
Well, let's have this one trim, Maggie. Don't want a banana skin in front of the house lawyer having drinks with him.
Right, sir.
I'll go away to see you, Chief. Nellie Madigan.
Oh, what's she want?
Dunno, cross just elbow there. Now she says she wants to see you because you're a woman.
I don't think that's going to make any difference.
By the way, I hear on the vine that Croft...
Inspector Croft, Sergeant.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, the word on the vine is that he wanted this caper and he's a bit naff, but you got it. Want to be the one to shine in front of the legal eagles.
Sometimes I wish that vine had been struck by Veloxeria.
Phylloxera.
Never mind. Look, get on to CRO and see if they can turn up any
All
villains.
the villains with this MO. I've done it.
Sergeant, there's such a thing as pretending to let the boss think of it first. Quite important for an ambitious lad. Send him, Lily. Inspector Forbes? Any witnesses? What, do you think you can make GBH stick? Good, we'll go in hard.
Mrs. Madigan, Ma'am.
I said you privately. I don't trust these MPs that's all over the place.
Who? Oh, I see. You mean MCPs, male chauvinist
That's
pigs.
them, these male show business pigs.
Sit down, Mrs. Madigan.
It's one of them that's done me, and it's another that won't do nothing about it.
Come on, Mrs. Madigan. Now, you tell me all about it.
This feller, my lad, this show business pig, he's an antique dealer that's a tutter with a shop. Well, he sees a vase in me parlour window. Gives me 10 quid for it. It was handed down to me by me mother. Oh, a real old besom she was.
Mrs. Madigan, what's your complaint?
Just that I know for a fact the day after he sold it for 550 quid. Evidently, it was just one of a few that was made when Queen Victoria was just a slip of a thing. The sneaky devil. He knew that when he bought it off me.
Look, Mrs. Madigan.
Defrauding a poor old winner woman.
Miss Madigan.
It's tantamount to felonious assault, high treason.
Nellie!
What?
It's not fraud.
Oh, get up with you. That's what the second show business pig said. Your pal in there.
Inspector Croft.
Himself. I expected nothing better. You see, when I complained to this dealer, Phil Wogan.
Phil Wogan.
That's the feller. When I complained, he says if you think you're being done, go and tell your story to Inspector Croft. See how far you'll get.
And how far did you get?
He said I had less chance than a 3-legged donkey in the Grand National. Shut me out of the office before me bum had hardly touched the seat of the chair.
Look, Nellie, I'm afraid to tell you that he's right. Using superior knowledge to spot a bargain is not fraud. If it was, half the antique dealers in London would be
So
in
they
jail.
should be.
Now, look, Nellie, I think it's very unjust what's happened to you, but there's a difference between unjust and illegal.
What you're saying is you won't do nothing about it.
Nellie, I'll try. I really will, but I can't promise much.
Well, that's an improvement on the last offer I had. That fella Kraft couldn't promise anything. In fact, he definitely promised definitely nothing.
We got your address?
Your man Kraft has it.
Well, then I'll be in touch.
Oh, God.
As soon as I've got anything to tell you.
Oh, I know you'll try your best.
I'll do that.
Oh,
I'll just show you the way.
oh, get off with you and you away before your parents made a dash for the altar.
Have you ever looked at Nellie Madigan's hands or knees?
What?
I said, have you ever looked at Nellie Madigan's hands or knees?
No, I'm not kinky that way.
Well, next time you see her, take a look at what 50 years of scrubbing floors can do. That old woman has been poor all her life. Phil Wogan smokes 7-inch cigars.
Yeah, before you break my heart, I mean, what's all this got to do with anything, do you?
Has screwed Nellie Madigan out of 500 quid, and you know it.
He did a deal with her. There's no law against that.
You know what I mean. No, it's not illegal.
So, what can we do about it?
Well, look, if all you want to do is administer the law, why don't you get back on traffic duty? We're not just programmed zombies. We're supposed to be here to help the weak.
Now, look, I'm a busy Jack, even if you're not. I mean, what's all this got to do with me anyway?
You've got Phil Wogan in your pocket. If you wanted to, you could lean on him and you could get Nellie her dues tomorrow.
Wogan is one of the best informers that I've got. I'm not going to lose him for some crazy old biddy.
He's also a fence.
Nobody's ever been able to prove that.
Nobody's ever tried too hard, have they? You've seen to that.
That is a very serious allegation.
Right, so we've all got our own sources and our own little private patches. Well, we've got to get the cod from someone, haven't we? We don't spoil it for each other. But let me tell you this. As from now, on Phil Wogan, all bets are off.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Will the detective find out? Oh, any luck?
Not even a latent. All the dabs and that's it, for those of the staff.
But that ain't though. I thought he'd be a gloves man.
Sorry, Mum.
Not to worry. If they'd been there, I know you'd have snatched them. Thanks, Jock.
Thanks.
All right. Need help?
No, not on this. Close the door, Jake. Do you remember that antiques robbery in Kersey Street?
I thought you'd close the file on that.
Well, I've just reopened it. Well, we never did crack it after all. I want you and the squad to go around the dealers again, show them the photographs. I won't mind if you over-concentrate on one Phil Wogan. In fact, I won't mind if you spend most of your time there. Chat him up for hours, infest his shop, hang about conspicuously outside.
I hear the sound of the heater being turned up.
You've got your earplugs in then, haven't you?
Jimmy told me about Nellie Madigan.
Know what you're talking about.
Well, there'll be trouble. Wogan's a whinger.
Oh, a big deal, Jake.
I'll start today.
No, Prince, I'm afraid it was a glovesman.
Yeah.
Still, it was worth a try. I knew a glovesman once took one off during a job. To scratch his backside, got him banged to rights.
It's a pity our lad didn't have an itchy arm. Well, back to the plot.
CRO turn up anything yet?
Yeah, 12 possibles. I've cut it down to a short list of 4.
Oh, that sounds promising.
That's what I thought, except that one's inside, one's in
Australia.
Australia. I just found out the third one's been in Wood Street Nick for the last 3 days.
Which leaves?
Which leaves stroke a lot. Old timer called Parker, Charlie Parker. His choice. Emmo's got his marker all over it. He specialises in lawyers' offices.
Where's he live?
I can tell you exactly where I was. I was with my brother out at Oxford. We'd done a bit too much of the old elbow bending, yeah. So I stayed the night. Well, you can ask him, he'll tell you.
Yeah, well, he would, wouldn't he?
I had a 7-horse accumulator up at Sandown Park yesterday. Got 150 quid for 50 pence. I was out last night, we celebrated.
You got to hand it to him. It all hangs together very neatly.
Spent a collect tonight down Sonny Marsh's betting shop round the corner. Straight in his face a bit and all I can tell you. You can go and ask him.
Oh, we will. Mind you, I think you better come round with us, just in case you absent-mindedly wander off.
Look, I've been out of the business now for 7 years. Why pick on me?
This job's got your handwriting all over it.
Oh, you mean it was tidy, right? delicate. Locks picked, safe tickled. Bit of style. Some touch, right?
Modest little geezer, isn't he?
Always the same, isn't it? Footballers get bad knees. Opera singers get chronic tonsillitis. Oh, come on. Can you see me doing my nimble fingers number with ease?
My apologies. I've got to admit that you were phone book favourite.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing, though I don't see why I should. If it looked like me, and it wasn't me, it was an inside job. No doubt about it, though. Inside job.
Of course, Pop would always have taught someone else's tricks.
Central Control to Able Tango Charlie, over.
Able Tango Charlie, over.
Inspector, a message just came in for you. Urgent. Your son's had an accident at school. Over.
What kind of accident? Over.
Head injury, they said. They've taken him to Northview Hospital.
I'll wait with you.
No, you get back. I'll be all right.
There you are. Okay, it won't be long now, then you can see her.
Yeah, cheer up, love. Silver linings and all that, eh? Things ain't never as bad as they seem.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Okay. We got to look on the bright side, haven't we, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. It's chronic, isn't it? Hey, sitting here, smelling hospital all around you, and you can't even smoke.
What? Oh, I see. Don't smoke myself.
No. Well, I've got to have my fags. They're like oxygen to me. What you in for, love?
Oh, it's not me, it's my son.
Oh, yeah? What's up with him?
He hurt his head.
Oh, dear, nasty. Banging the old brain box.
He's tough.
Yeah, well, so's boxers. Trannery, ain't they? Yeah, look what happens to them. Big fight, bang on the head. Oh, next day they're in an up clinic.
What are you here for?
Oh, me? Oh, I'm in for my husband. Makes him sound like a disease, doesn't it? It won't be far wrong, neither. No, I mustn't speak ill of the sick. He's in for his bronchioles. Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Here's me, smokes like a chimney. Do you know, I've got a pair of lungs like leather suitcases, and he's never touched a fag in his life, and he's done with his bronchioles. It's chronic, isn't it? Yeah?
You can go and see your husband now. You know the way,
Yeah.
it's Ward 5C.
Here. Good luck.
Oh, thanks, love. You too.
Oh, look, how much longer? Only a few more minutes. Give her a chance to settle down after her x-ray. Then you can stay with her as long as you like.
Oh, thank you. But my husband's coming in later. Is that all right?
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
Oh, love, you all right? Here, let me take this. All right?
My daughter has a tumour on the brain. They've done everything they can for her. They can't do any more.
Oh, no.
There's only one chance left for her. A surgeon in America somewhere. He has his own technique. He saved a couple of British children last year.
That's marvellous.
It cost thousands of pounds. I mean, we just don't have that kind of money.
Oh, love, I am sorry.
You see, he works for some solicitor, though it is just a clerk.
Mrs. Ledley, you can go to Janet now. So there's no hope?
Specialist says there's nothing he can do. The X-rays show deterioration. It'll be a matter of weeks. Maybe a month. It'll be all right. We'll get the money from somewhere. We can sell something. Don't worry. We'll get it to America somehow.
Mrs. Forbes? Well, your son was very lucky. He must have a skull like concrete. No fractures, no concussion. He'll just have a headache for a couple of hours, that's all.
Thank heavens for that.
But he's not to return to school till he's been back to us for a checkup in a couple of days' time.
Thank you very much, nurse.
What? I was
What
practicing on
did
the
you think
IP.
you were doing?
To improve my balance.
What?
I fell off.
A bit counterproductive then, wouldn't it? Come on, I'll take you home.
You stay now.
No, I've got to get back to the
Hey,
station.
no, listen, I'm a walking wounded. I need loving care and attention. It's your maternal duty.
It'd be my maternal duty to clip you round the head if you weren't wearing that dressing. Jumping about on the high beam. Come on.
Oh, evening, Maggie.
I take care.
The usual?
Thanks.
Well, I heard about Steve.
Ah.
He's all right, is he?
Oh, fine. Land on the right part. His head.
Then what is it?
What do you mean?
Well, come on, Maggie, I know you.
Yes, we're not.
Oh, Tom.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
A hypothetical case.
Cop out.
It's the best I can do for now.
All right.
Suppose you had a kid who was going to die, and the only thing that would save her would be an operation in America, but it would cost several £1,000s, and you didn't have it or anything like it, but you knew where you could steal it. What would you do?
Well, I don't know. I hope I wouldn't nick the money. I'd try some other way.
Suppose there was no other way.
I'd nick the money. No, I wouldn't. My child's life. Oh, hell, Maggie. Leave it out. This is where we come to
On
relax.
the other hand, as a copper, you knew someone or suspected someone else of doing it, of being in that fix and nicking the money.
Well, now I've got no choice, have I? I'm a copper. I can't make judgments. But what is all this about?
Oh, it's hypothetical.
Well, I don't think so.
Here, anybody seen a little bundle of sunshine about this far off the ground, sort of that shape?
It's pretty sunny over there.
What? Yeah. Thanks.
Oh,
What?
where are you taking her?
Out to dinner.
Not dressed like that.
No, I'm going to send her home to change first.
Does he know too?
Know what?
That you've had a glimmer on the Simpson case?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I never did believe in hypothetical questions.
Jake, I'd appreciate it.
I'm not going to say anything. I don't know anything, do I? Here, drink up.
Got here at last, then.
Yeah, well, I'm not a free agent, am I? What do you fancy, sweetheart?
Cardi and Coke.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I thought a couple here, then a quick McDonald's, then all back to my place for a game of Scrabble,
You must
right?
be joking. I came for a night out, not an hamburger and an orgy. We'll have a nice dinner. Somewhere really nice. Then there's that film of Robert Redford at Shaftesbury Avenue. And then, if I still feel in the mood, well, then...
Bacardi and Coke and a pint of bitter, please, mate.
All right. Come on, I'm driving you home. Pick up some fish and chips on the way, get some of Steve as well, and then see what's on your telly. What do you say?
Okay. No chips.
He's looking at you, sweetheart. Listen, I'm sorry about last night. I really couldn't get away.
I felt awful sitting here all on my own. It's embarrassing. Then when I got your message.
Well, I wasn't enjoying myself either. Do you really want to go and see that What's his name? Robert Redford.
He turns me on.
Oh, thanks a bunch.
You're welcome.
Look, I'm a copper, ain't I? Always on the job.
I've noticed.
So why not, eh? Back to my place. I want to have a shower and change.
From the beginning of the film, it starts at 8:45. If we're going to have dinner first.
Yeah, if you want to go somewhere posh, I mean, I can't exactly walk in looking like this, can I?
I think you look nice like that. Ever so sexy. So let's go and have our dinner, and then the movies, and then...
And then?
Then I'll see how I feel. I mean, you could have your shower then, couldn't you?
Where's the fire? Gonna be late.
Late for what?
School.
I'm not going to school, Sonny Jim. It's what the hospital said.
Oh, that's a milk. Yeah, but it's soccer practice, isn't it? They're playing St Edward's next month, and they'll leave me out of the team.
Steve, what would you say that your main strength as a player was?
Good in the air with my head. I'm right up Grandad in the garden.
Anything to avoid reading a book. Take it easy, okay?
Wogan, the sun does not shine out of my eyes first thing in the morning at the best of times. I am not ready for you to bleed all over me.
But Mr. Croft, you don't understand
I will have Detective Inspector this morning.
Detective Inspector, I'm being ruined. I can't move. I can't do business. The word's gone round about me.
Wogan, what are you rabbiting on about?
All day yesterday they were at it. First thing again this morning. Oh, very polite. Asking for my assistance. Have I seen this piece? Have I been offered that piece? Showing me photographs. Has anything like this come my way recently?
So, routine procedure. Some jack's got his team out looking for a hole.
But they come in relays. And they drag about inside the shop. Looking at this, poking at that. Oh, it's a nice little piece you have here, Mr. Wogan. How much did you say that was worth? Only my wife's always wanted one of those. Well, at first, I thought they were looking for straighteners.
What?
You know, handouts. No, I knew they couldn't be. Not anyone from this nick. Then they started parking their cars outside, just sitting in them, using their walkie-talkies. Well, you'll forgive me, Detective Inspector. I know your boys are pretty good at the old jeans and sweatshirt, but...
It's nice of you.
Well, there's not a villain who can't spot Lord at 200 yards. It's an instinct, like animals have.
Well, you should know.
That was a bit uncalled for, Detective Inspector. Well, nobody's going to come in and have a chat with all that going on.
Then, what do you want from me?
Somebody's turned the heat on me. It's given me a bad name, and I'd like it turned off.
You're getting paranoid. I've told you it's probably happening to every antique dealer in town. Some jack looking for stolen property. Now, if you don't mind.
Property from the Curzon Street blag.
Curzon Street?
That's right.
That was 18 months ago.
Nearer 20, and I never saw none of it.
I don't know whether you did or whether you didn't. It wasn't my case. It was handled by Detective Inspector Forbes.
Well, could you, like, have a word with her, do you think?
No, we do not have words with each other in this, Nick. What we do on our own assignments is our own business. Now, out. Flog some more reproduction, Hebblewhite.
Wait till you need a favor.
You need me more than I need you, and don't you forget it. Barrett, you know where D.I. Forbes is?
Hey, just a minute, Chief. Hang on one moment.
Did you hear what I said?
Oh, sorry, Chief, no. I mean, yes. She's over at Simpson's office. Hello? Sorry about the interruption.
The prints are all in the family, as it were. Sorry. We thought you'd like to know.
I appreciate it. I'd appreciate it even more if you found...
No? If you ever managed to get a holiday?
I usually contrive to squeeze one in. Most of the partners can cover for each other. It's always a last-minute drop.
Sounds like the police. How did your wife put up with it?
Well, I suppose she's got resigned to it by now.
What about your staff? How do they do? You're Mr. Ledley, for instance.
Ah. Now, I wish you hadn't reminded me of that. Ledley's just about to take a holiday for the first time in 5 years. It's selfish of me to be put out, I know, but I can't imagine what the devil I'm going to do without him.
Oh, you'll struggle through.
Going somewhere nice, is he?
Oh, I've no idea. He's not a great gossiper, Ledley. He keeps his own counsel. Now, that's why he's worth rubies to me.
Sure, no doubt you'll have him back in a couple of weeks.
That's what you think. No, he's called in his IOUs, as it were, for the years he's missed. He's going to be away about 5, 6 weeks.
When does he desert you?
The end of this week. 3 days' time. Ah, Ledley. We were just talking about you. How are you deserting me?
Oh, I've briefed Thompson fully, sir.
It's not the same, Ledley.
Going topless down to Brighton, Mr. Ledley, are you?
Mrs. Ledley prefers Spain, Sergeant. Relton versus Smollett, sir. You've a meeting with counsel in half an hour.
We won't keep you, Noel. Be in touch.
Enjoy your holiday.
Have they got anywhere, sir?
No, not so far, Ledley. But I have a great deal of respect for that woman. She's got one of the highest detection rates in the Met.
Now, there's a cool customer. Well, he says he's going to Spain when he's off to America. Now, why should he lie if he's got nothing to hide?
I don't know that he is going to America.
So what do? Sit here for 3 days until he beats it? You look right Charlie's if he legs it to the States.
We've got nothing on him. We can hardly ask to see his tickets.
No, but I'll tell you what we can do, Mom.
What?
Check with the American embassy. Ask if they've issued 3 visas. Name of Ledley.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Funny, that. Normally, you'd have been the one to pick that one up.
Maybe I'm having an off day. Well, go on. Drop me at the station and get round to Grosvenor Square and find out. Mind, does that contain a load of motorbikes turn up?
No, ma'am.
Well, I want some action on it straight away. Now, no hanging about.
What the hell are you playing at?
What the hell are you talking about?
I tell you Wogan's one of my best snouts, so you go and stick a squad on him like a bloody wolf pack.
I've reopened the Curzon Street case, that's all. He's being visited like all the other dealers in that stuff. Do you want to see the list, Jake? Will you check the
Don't
Curzon...
bother. I'd have expected you to run a blind. You're just trying to destroy my contacts. Now, what is the matter? You afraid I'm going to make DCI before you do?
You know what I want from Wogan. Until I get it, I'm going to squeeze him until his eyes pop. And you can stop at any time you like by seeing he does the right thing by Nellie Madigan.
You don't give a sod about Nellie Madigan. It's simply a way of damaging me.
You don't really believe that. Just don't like me taking you on. Mind you, if you do believe it, and that's the kind of judgment you use out of
I
the
will
case.
state my casebook against yours any time you like, and my judgment and my emotional balance.
What's emotional balance got to do with anything?
Well, it's a fact. The women's emotions go in cycles. No, that's what makes them unsuitable for police work.
Oh.
So you are obviously in the grip of some mood right now. In a week's time, you'd have forgotten what Nellie Madigan looks like.
You didn't read your girly magazine, did you? I mean, that is where you get most of your further education from, isn't it? Didn't read it thoroughly enough. I'm sure the article would have gone on to point out that men have their cycles too. Only they last longer than women's. Some of them, like you, have them all their lives.
Go and tell it to Anna Rayburn. Now, all I want to say to you is you stop messing up my patch. Won't warn you again.
You get that slug Wogan to do the right thing by Nellie Madigan and you won't
doing. You and Nellie go and have a good cry together. You'll feel better. Good morning, sir. Morning.
Sir.
Oh, Bob, Goodyard's black. Nice one. Now, this gang fight in Gerrard Street, what's happening? It started over a game of mahjong, sir. Out came the meat axes. I'm trying to sort it without filling up the cells with Chinese. Good thinking. Let's have written reports as soon as you can, yeah? Yeah, will do, sir. Cheers. Any moves on the Noel Simpson case?
No, sir.
Nothing?
Well, we've checked all the villains with that MO, even the long shots, but they all seem to be in the clear.
So what are you telling me? You're telling me you've come to a standstill?
Well, there's just a possibility that it could have been an inside job.
Just a possibility. What possibility and what are you doing about it? Maggie, I told you, want this one trim.
It's purely circumstantial, sir. Some story about a clerk who needs to buy an operation for his daughter.
And?
Well, it would cost several £1,000s and he has access to the safe.
So what are you waiting for? Pull him.
Well, I want to firm it up first, sir. He's a very valued member of Simpson's staff. I don't want to go in at half-cock. I need facts.
Well, I hope you get him quick in this. It's taking me to get some out of you.
I just don't like talking till I'm certain, sir.
Are you sure that's all it is?
What else could it be?
Keep me posted.
Sir?
I know what that hypothetical story was all about. Well, you ever try to keep a secret in a nick?
I wasn't trying to keep a secret, Jake. Just wasn't sure of my man. Still not.
Well, once you are sure, you can't let... Well, you can't let it make any difference, you know?
Don't need a sergeant to tell me my job.
No.
Oh, hell, Jake, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm just on edge, I suppose. I don't need to take it out on you.
No, I was out of order.
Excuse me, just a minute. Hello, Mr. Wogan.
Detective Inspector Forbes, can I get you something?
No, thanks. Hope my lads aren't being too much of a trial to you.
I can't say they're my favourite customers, no.
No, well, they wouldn't be, would they?
They were at it again this morning, crawling all over me like prickly heat. What's the form? What are they after?
It's just routine.
Come on, Inspector, I'm cooperative. Everyone knows that. Tell me what you want and I'll see what I can do.
I told you I don't want anything. It's just routine. It could go on for weeks. In fact, I'm thinking of posting a man at your place. Strictly on a semi-permanent basis.
What?
Oh, don't worry. It'd be very unobtrusive.
But listen,
By the way, have you seen Nellie Madigan lately?
Nellie Madigan?
Old lady. She lives in the buildings. You bought a vase off her.
No, I can't say I have.
Well, when you do, give her my regards. And a fair price for the vase. Anyone needs me urgently, I've taken Steve to the hospital for his checkup.
Okay.
Mom?
Mom. Oh, Steve.
Where were you?
Oh, miles away. What's the verdict?
I can play the violin again.
Cut the comedy.
Hey, 100%. Even the bump's gone. I can go back to school tomorrow and I can play football.
Come on, I'll run you home.
And then you're staying home?
You think I've any new material? No, I've got to go and see Mrs. Russell.
Your chief's wife? Why?
Mind your own business.
You must have smelled it. Look, go on in and I'll just get another cup.
Love some. You wouldn't believe the stuff we have to drink down at the station.
Well, I would. Bill's become addicted to it and I've had to learn how to make it for him. Oh, do sit down.
Oh, thanks. How's Paul?
Oh, as well as can be expected. He's got a new physiotherapist, full of all the latest ideas, and well, she seems to be doing him good, physically anyway.
That's good. We're breaking new ground all the time.
Yeah, that's what Bill says. Just milk, if I remember.
Yes, just milk, thanks.
Right. Here we are.
Oh, thanks.
Well, this is more like it. Don't see each other half often enough.
Well, I do have an ulterior motive for coming to see you, Jenny.
Oh?
I want some expert information from you.
Certainly, if I can. What about?
What can you tell me about this operation? The operation in America for brain tumours.
Oh, my dear.
No, it's not me or mine, thank God. It's to do with a case I'm on. You see, I can't ask at the hospital, because if I show my warrant card, the suspect might get to hear about it, and if I pretend that I'm a layperson, well, they won't answer the questions anyway. You're a nurse, so I've come to you.
Well, I do happen to know a bit about it. You see, up to now, certain brain tumours have been completely inoperable because of their critical position. But now this surgeon, I think it's at the Johns Hopkins Hospital in America, he's developed a technique using laser beams. They burn out the tumour, and they do it with incredible accuracy without damaging surrounding tissue.
And is this technique the only hope for that particular condition?
As far as I know.
What happens if the patient doesn't have the operation?
He'll probably die.
I see.
You say this has to do with the case you're on?
Well, yes and no, really. Well, no, not really, I suppose. I mean, it's got nothing to do with catching a thief, which is what I'm paid to do. I don't really know why I'm going into it at all. Janie, I'd be grateful if you didn't say anything to Bill. I don't think he'd understand. Certainly wouldn't approve.
Well, if that's the way you want it, I promise you I won't say a word.
Thanks.
But I want you to do something for me.
What?
Don't take everything so personally.
Hello, I'm home.
God, I forgot. He promised to be home early. It's one of his evenings for seeing the boy.
Oh, Maggie, what are you doing here?
Sir?
Darling,
Suppose we girls are allowed to get together once in a while without being cross-examined by detective chief inspectors?
Depends what you're plotting together. Any tea, like real tea?
If you must know, I'm trying to talk her into joining my local charity committee, Spastics Appeal.
I was just going anyway.
No, come on, come
No,
on. Don't
no,
let me
really,
chase
I
you.
was just going.
How's Steve?
Oh, he's fine. He's been given the all clear. Well, remember me to your boys tonight.
Yeah, sure, we'll do.
Thank you.
Thanks ever so much. We mustn't leave it so long next time.
Take care, sir. Bye.
Bye. Tea?
Since when have you and Maggie been going in for afternoon tea and gossip sessions, eh?
You don't know everything that goes on in this metropolis, you know. I dare say you think you do, or think you should.
Hey. Come here. Come on. Come on, tell me. What does she want?
Told you. Spastics Appeal.
Don't believe you.
She's okay.
Interrogation over?
My God, who'd be married to a detective?
You would.
Do you want some of those stewed iron filings you call tea, or not?
Why not?
Morning, Mum.
Morning, man.
Morning, man.
Jack Ledley collected American visas for himself, his wife, and his daughter 10 days ago.
Right. Better go and see him then.
Let me get this clear. You want to interview my clerk, Jack Ledley?
Do you think he may be able to help us with our
Oh,
inquiries?
for God's sake, Maggie, not the jargon, not on
Is
me.
he in?
You can't seriously suspect Ledley. He's been with me for years.
Just ring the buzzer, Noel. Let's get this over with.
I want to make one thing clear, Maggie. If you're gunning for Ledley, you'll have to get past me. You'd better look on me as his lawyer.
Whatever you say. The buzzer, Noel.
Sir?
Mr. Ledley, why did you tell us you were going to Spain for your holiday when you're really going to America?
With respect, I didn't say I was going to Spain. I merely said that my wife preferred Spain. So what's all this about?
It's about the break-in, Ledley. The police, they're trying to eliminate the possibility of it being an inside job.
So you are going to America?
Look here, are you going to caution Ledley or what?
We're not accusing him of anything. We're simply asking for information.
You are going to America?
I didn't say that.
Why then, 10 days ago, did you take out visas for yourself and your family? American visas?
Oh, we were undecided whether we were going to America or not. We knew that if we did go, it would be a last-minute decision. We'd fly standby. So I got the visas. Just in case.
Wouldn't that prove rather expensive, sir? 6 weeks in America?
Well, have that holiday in 5 years, we could manage.
Look, Maggie, I don't know what you're driving at, but until I do, I'm advising Ledley to say nothing more.
I've no objection, so I'd like to get this cleared up, whatever it is.
Now, just one more question.
I think
How
not.
can you think of going on holiday when your daughter is dying?
What?
Well, I've...
Look, Ledley, please. Please sit down. Chair. And I really do advise you to say nothing more.
She knows. She knows she's dying. Never believe that children don't realize. She's only 10. But she knows. And I'm a father. And she looks to me. She looks to me to save her. And I've always protected her. And saved her from the bullies. fixed it with the teachers when she was in trouble. She thinks I can do anything. But I couldn't do anything about this. She doesn't understand. I see her looking at me with a look in her eyes I've never seen before. She doesn't understand, you see. Can't understand why I can't fix it. And then one day she said, Daddy, don't let me die. I need that money.
That really is enough, Ledley.
I need that
Not
money.
another word, if you please. I would point out, Inspector, that my client had not been cautioned before he made that statement, and I would ask you to remember that.
Of course. Don't think for one moment that I'm enjoying this, Noel. Now, we're going to take your client down to the station. Naturally, you're free to come along with us.
Yeah, well, I asked for a trim. You couldn't have delivered it any trimmer than that.
Sir.
Anything I don't like about it is having Noel Simpson against us. He's sharp. He likes to win. He'll have all the sympathy going for him. He'll also get one hell of a press coverage. Defense counsel defending the man accused of robbing him. Now, Maggie, sure you got this one wrapped up?
We will have, sir. We've recovered the money. We've confirmed the appointment he made with the surgeon in America. We can show that he had an overdraft at the bank and he had no hope of paying for the operation himself. I think we can guarantee that a little girl is going to die.
What was that?
Nothing, sir. I was thinking aloud.
Well, I'm glad I didn't hear it then. Now, listen, Inspector, you don't decide things. You do your job, other people do theirs, and that's what being a detective is all about. Once you start wanting to do it all, defense counsel, judge, Amnesty International, you've blown it. You do your job, then the courts take over. Now, Ledley's got the best advice, he's got a sob story, he's also a first offender. You'll probably get off with a suspended sentence.
Yes, but what happens?
What happens to what?
Nothing, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Inspector.
Chief, that container load of motorbikes just turned
Oh,
up.
where?
Near the docks. The truck's gearbox packed up, so they couldn't get them over the water.
Dabs?
Dozens of them, be a neat one.
Ah, good. Well, keep me posted.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jimmy,
Chief.
make sure you look after Jack Ledley during the night, okay?
Get out of it, you great bladder, I'll give you a pick in the powder. Here, miss, Madam Superintendent.
It's all right, Constable. It's all right.
Didn't I tell you I was for son of Garter here, you great baboon?
Nellie.
Good evening, sir, and may God bless you. You do me the honour of coming into the quiet for a moment. I've something to show you. Isn't that a lovely sight now? 400 liquor. Phil Wogan brought it round last night. Oh, he looked as though he was pulling his own toenails out while he was giving it to me.
Well, I'm pleased for you, Nellie.
Oh, don't be giving me that Sally Armour slaver. I know what a bag of nails Phil Wogan is, and I know how hard you must have kneeled on him, and what a tough young lady you must be. I can tell you this, I never was much of a one for the police, but now you can count on me.
It's nice to know, Nellie.
I know you think I'm just a daft old biddy, but I see things and hear things and believe in helping my friends. So if there's anything I can do, Inspector, it's done.
You, Nellie. Now, I'm not soft-soaping you. I want you on my side.
Oh, I am.
So, you've cracked Wogan.
Yes.
And what happens next time I need to whisper from you?
You just have to apply a bit more pressure, won't you? Come on. You're supposed to be good at that.
We all need each other in this jungle. You wait. Next time you need me.
Well, I need you right now. Why don't you come and have a drink with me?
Well, I'd like to. But I can't. It's those bloody Chinese.
No, never mind. Another time. Good night.
Night.
It's the kid, isn't it? You can't stop thinking about her.
Can't help it.
Listen, Mum, it won't happen. You know what people are like. The minute they read about it in the papers, well, there'll be funds being raised all over the country. There'll be £7,000 in the kitty in no time.
That's if she doesn't die first.
She won't. You'll see. It'll be all right. Honest.